Hey everyone, my name is Dennis, aka Stockoperator. I want to make important lesson today about my trading. Had a rough day of trading, and due to me being tired, of course, after self-assessment, I realized that I my focus just wasn't there today completely, um, and um, and I wasn't just ready after the pre-market. I didn't have that conviction on what stocks I really like to play. Conviction is very important for me to know what are the best plays to pick. So I was watching NIO, XPEV, and as you can see, you can come to Discord. We have a Discord room. You can see in Discord and watch list section. We usually say what we're watching, and I was watching NIO, XPEF, Alive, Workhorse, PLTR, JBLU. So with the market in generally wasn't giving us a lot of signals for upside or downside. I was thinking we might have some consolidation or we might sell off because we were dipping down, and that was just a prior day kind of a day before the deep down. Technically, we could sell towards 90 EMA and bounce from that level. So I was more of a bearish, and this is the first mistake when you are more of a bearish. So when you analyze the market, you can't have a bias towards one direction or another direction, right? So I had bias. I would say I had a bearish market bias. And this is really bad, especially for newer traders. Why for newer traders? Because it's hard for you um, to manage the trade correctly. And when you have the bias one direction, you can keep doing the same mistake on and on, keep shorting and shorting and shorting, and it goes up and up and up, and you start making your loss from $100 to 500 or 1,000, for example. So bias is really bad. You got to be open-minded. So that was my first mistake today, analyzing the market, and creating that bias that potentially we might deep down and sell off. Should be open-minded for any direction. Rule of thumb: 70 to 80% of stocks moving with direction of the market, right? Okay. So then I pick the stocks, analyze some plays, and let's start with one by one. I think the first I took XPEV. I like this pre-market level. We bounced. I believe we had some okay volume came in here. Not a lot, but around 320K. See, it's hard to see. But it was decent volume here on a 5 minute. Let me move back. It was a decent volume, right? I took after this hammer, and the idea was, let's look at a different time frame. The idea was that stock was bouncing off, I believe. Yeah, the stock was bouncing from this level, this consolidation. So there is some sort of a level here. And I had an idea that we potentially can do gap and retest today, but again, for some reason, that market bias just didn't let me completely accept the fact we can have a gap and retest today, gap down and retest, right? Generally speaking, I am the best trader when we have gap and goals or gap down and goals. Those are my favorite. Gap down and retest. This is gap down, as you can see, stock gaps down and retest. Um, not my best, niche to play. But again, it's due to my inability sometimes to adapt and making these mistakes. So again, I took a long position. I didn't like it. Whatever was happening here, I got out, and then I had some I thought hotkey mistakes or something, but the market wasn't even open because it's NYC stock, and my stop was canceling. I didn't know what to do, so I kind of like press cancel everything, got out, took a little small loss here, and then when momentum came, I took a short for 1 minute or B again. Why? Because I had this technical level and I wanted to lose this technical low. I want to see a flash. Also, pre-market, when I was talking about XPEV, I said this is clear potential bounce of 20 MA of daily. We easily can bounce of this level. Guess what I did? I took short, and then I realized, based on level 2 and price action, that there's not enough juice, there's not enough sellers piling. I don't see any big orders overhead on ask that telling us there's potential another leg down setting up. I immediately cut my loss, pretty much break even. So my stop, usually on the first lot, it's high of the day or something like that. So I got out completely, and then again, pre-market, we had a plan. There's potentially red to green move today. Why? Because stocks were down, down, down. How many days? 5 red days down, gapping down even lower today. There's potential retest today. We had and planned that, and people use that. People use that. So back to mistakes. The bearish market bias. It's what else? It's the fact that I wasn't ready. I wasn't the watch list. I wasn't kind of married to my watch list, right? You don't have to be married, but I wasn't convinced. Was not prepared enough, I would say, and convinced on my watch list. So it is very important to know exactly what's your favorite place and what direction possibly you want to play, and what direction it can go, and what's your plan for this direction or that direction. So what other mistakes I did here? This was great, and even trying pre-market plan or VWAP analysis. This was not a bet, it's a playbook for potential. The idea is this here, it's shorts getting squeezed, right? Unfortunately, pre-market it didn't start, but some other plays like LI, it did that. This one didn't do. It's okay. The first trade, fine. This one is okay. You got a strong momentum. You got a second candle coming. The volume is okay, but I want to see higher volume after this reject of VWAP, shorting in, not taking partial yet because my stop is so wide right there. It's just open. We don't know. It can get choppy, and then realizing stalking this stock, realizing it's out, it's not going, get out. Good. Then keep stalking and watch for red to green. 5-minute engulfing volume more than 50%. That's a rule. Beautiful. Long on an uptick, fine, but it's not a problem. Stop was low of the day. Just do the math. My stop was right here, and here's my entry. You see this? And I got out. As you can see, those red dots, that's where I got out, right here. And this thing went all the way to 58, 7, whatever. Unfortunately, who should I blame for this? Unfortunately, I didn't catch this, right? And who should I blame for this? Of course, me. It's my mistake. It's my mistake still being in that bearish market bias on these names. I wanted to see the market sell off, and this name most likely gonna sell off. But again, you gotta be able to adapt. Even I'm calling this for red to green potential shorts getting squeezed, I'm still not adapting. And and then you're like, should I jump in now? Should I jump in now? I want to see a pullback on the bigger time frame, and then the move is just moving away from you. So not being able to adapt, it's another mistake. Adapt quickly due to market slightly changing. So we know different stages of the market, right? You got accumulation, you got buying climax, you got another accumulation, buying climax, accumulation, buying climax, you got distribution going on, and you got selling climax, right? At some point, you got a bigger cycle, and you always have smaller cycles inside the day, inside the multiple days on the different time frames. So Again, having an idea, it's one thing. Implementing that idea is another thing. So I had that idea, but my implementation was completely poor. Living on a table, I don't know, $1,000, a lot of money I left on the table here, a lot. So, but anyway, let me move forward. It's going to be slightly longer video, but it's going to be very, very educational. You're already catching some really good information here. So NIO was another one. 5-minute engulfing, even stronger. I waited. Buying on a breakout. This is a slightly different setup. You're buying on a breakout. Why? Stop loss low of the day. Again, low of the day, because this is 5-minute engulfing. You don't know. The pullback might be below VWAP. This is the case scenario when you can buy the breakout at 5-minute like that after engulfing. Why? Because it's a highly shorted name. Short's getting covered, and we already got confirmation. Well, guess what? I took it. And it's not your usual breakout. It's short's getting squeezed. And guess what I did? Partial and get out. Partial and get out. Why? I don't know. Was thinking about money. Was thinking about potentially it's gonna go down. It never would touch me. Even I think it would never even get me at break even. So, and again, leaving a ton on the table, a lot of money on the table. Even with this, as you can see, risk reward. It was a smart risk reward, and then I completely could mitigate my risk, move it higher, and even add on my position. Of course, I wasn't thinking right at this point. And guess what? I wanted to catch reversal. I can only trade honestly 1 hour and maybe a little longer because I have to go to work. I tried reversal, didn't work, no biggie. In front of this level, right? After this wig, got out before hitting my stop. I think my stop was slightly higher, but again, it didn't work. And then try another reversal right here. As you can see, after this engulfing towards this technical level, it went through. You got even cross of 9 and 20, but what happened? I got stopped out. I went to have breakfast, so I had my stop honestly and just got out at my $200 loss. So instead of like getting out before the squeeze, I was just like, oh, I'll leave it like this, and I had a buy target around 42.50, I believe. So it didn't work. Again, me wanting something is one thing. You gotta trade what you see, not what you know, and you gotta adapt quickly. So, but anyway, this was a trade. This was another trade I took. PFE, technical level breakdown. This was slightly cleaner than the other one and played its own game, right? This one played its own game. You got a catalyst, you get news, you got whatever. You got slightly trend started to build on a small time frame, but again, this is 1 minute and mean nothing yet. What I really want to see, the breakdown below this level, and as you can see, this will be engulfing 15-minute. I like it. What we didn't have enough volume, and I was talking right here, guys. I'm anticipating I want to see more volume towards, you know, higher levels. I don't want to see like 300-400. I want to see 1 million. I want to see flash. Oh, my target was 40 and then pre-market low. Stop was right here. I didn't wait for the stop to get hit. Once we start to climb here, I realized this is completely stupid idea of me trying something like this into, and I saw it, I knew it. We coming into this daily level right here. Daily level, and we can't break it. If we can break this important daily level prior high, so we won't, most likely we won't break. We will squeeze people. So I got out, didn't wait for my stop to get hit. And this is good. This is good management, you know. Can't complain about this. Trying something like this based on your playbook. But again, I broke some rules on this playbook. What rule? Volume. You want to see 50% or higher for engulfing price action. 50% or higher. Okay. So, and lastly, the best stock, and again, I said this pre-market to everyone, PLTR might be the best, cleanest stock today. Let's look why. Let's look why. Look at this pre-market price action. This is beauty. Look at this clean level right here. Then we moved clean level right here. Then we pulled down. I call this pre-market. For reversal right here. You could technically risk this or this and play towards this level, make 100, 200 bucks easily. So what happened then? So we had the same idea. So potential red to green and squeezer upside. Let's see what I did. Let's see what I did here. And this one was a pretty good pair for me. I got out on a high on this initial move. Got in after this. Pretty much engulfing, 5-minute orb engulfing. You see the volume. This is important. 50% or higher. The same applying to whatever stock I took, NIO and XPEV. 50% or higher. This is a criteria. I took off some of the table here, and the rest break even. Got me pretty much to the penny. Then I saw tester on a low, on a nice volume. I saw tester on a high, engulfing again, and I like this for push higher. Got out before the move. Could I squeeze more? Yes, I could. If I would be getting out a little bit here, but the break even will get me in out of the trade anyway. So this was great. And then I was down on a day, so I came back to my table. I saw that trade on NIO got me. I'm like, oh man, this is my first red day after like 6-7 green days on a row, something like 6 days, I think. I'm like, no man, this sucks. Okay, but anyway, and I saw PLTR. I'm like, oh man, this thing is consolidating nicely. When we're coming to a certain level for the breakout, you don't want to see stock honestly running like this for the breakout, because it's gonna pull back. You want to see stock coming on small bars. When price coming on small bars to a technical level, and again testing this level, most likely wants to break. Look at this, my entry. Precision is the key here. 2280. Stop 2270, I believe. 2270. 10 cents stops. About almost 2000 position here, and partialing, you know, free R, and then majority of position, the rest of it at 23 when we start pullback. Could I hold it? Yeah, could I hold it? Again, money got in my head, and that's another mistake. Money in my head, my friends. When you see the PNL, you know you're down, you start thinking about money, and this is something I gotta work on. This is, I think, more important than well, it's not like more important, but this is one of the most important factors. You got to think about, you got to not to think about money, but think about the trading. Trading is about trading and about making money. So first it's trading, then money. It's not about being right, being wrong. It's not about emotions. It's about making right decisions. Did I make a right decision partially here? Great decision into that level on a spike. Should I do this? No, I should wait for this level to get hit or get closer. At least let's see what's gonna happen. Literally another minute, could wait another 20 seconds, 30 seconds, partial there, and you gotta be squeezing another $200-300. Eventually this trading on PLTR gave me $700 and put me on $108 on a day after my losses on NIO, about like $400, $356 of losses on NIO, and little losses here and there, and some little wins. Again, it is very important to have the right stocks to watch. If your morning preparation slacking, you don't have enough focus, you don't have enough energy, you can't get concentrated, whatever it could be, and you might have some problems. As you can see, being calm and focused. Unfortunately, I don't know why it's on good. It should be right here. um, tired, distracted, is poor, you know, this might affect me. My focus process, I put it good, it was good. Sometimes, you know, once you start preparing in the morning, drink a cup of coffee, coffee kicks in and you start feeling it. Okay, yeah, I'm going on right now. But again, sometimes you're just not ready. And I probably should minimize my risk and get comfortable first. Get comfortable first, you know, and the secondly, that the bias should go away. Don't have a bias towards one direction or another. And make sure you guys put in enough time for preparation, picking the best stocks to trade, right? So, for example, just go back on some stocks I discussed pre-market today, like CRM. Put a level here on CRM. Look at this. The window retest. Well, guess what? I just didn't watch this stock. I just let it go. You know, I picked some other names. I had NIO, LI, and XPEV. I had those three names on watch, knowing the fact that they might move the same way. You just have to pick one. You know, it's like watching UIL, Delta, and AAL. It doesn't make sense. You got to pick one because they most likely gonna have the idea and the same move, right? And as you can see, I traded the same names. And oh yeah, here's another point. I remember I mentioned that another reason why I was getting out, because I had so many trades on the same idea, and I wanted to clear some positions because I didn't know if it's gonna work out or not. Again, don't have it all money in the same basket and the same ideas, right? CRM, again, you got stopping volume, not exactly stopping with the average high, again volume coming here, reversal, beautiful reversal, base of the technical level. As you can see, look at these levels, and you could play long as much as you want. Add back on VWAP, stage 2, and then partial all the way almost to the high. Look at this beauty, look at this gorgeous. Be risking, like literally, this is your stop, this is your entry. I would say put your entry candle over candle right here after this engulfing, and look at this risk reward. This is just amazing. So I think I said everything in this video. I hope you guys learn and understand how it's important, preparation and mindfulness, readiness for the day. Okay, let the prep guide you. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.